I think they're back there, by the way.
Yeah, tell them to get over here.
Like in the trees and shit, right?
Yeah. Who's got a bite? Anybody got food?
Marlo gave me plenty of food.
Yeah, here you go.
What were you thinking, huh? Who grabbed the horses? That was you, right?
Me, yeah.
The f were you thinking? You gonna tell me you didn't know that was Ray Romanoff?
I did not. This is what was happening. Donnie was taking a minute. There was nobody in the store. Their guy was in the store, then he dipped. So I thought, okay, free store. I walked in there. Nobody was showing up. I started lockpicking. I just finished lockpicking. These two pull up and they're just like, hey, buddy. Hey, man. What's up, man? And I thought one of them had a knife. So I put him at gunpoint. They were like, what do you mean? And I was like, put your hands up. And they were like, you're not Yusuf? And I was like, no, I'm not Yusuf. Put your hands up. And then, you know, in the middle of the situation, I asked him who the these guys are. And he said, Ray Romanoff, Hades or some shit. I was like, oh, fuck, okay. But in for a penny, in for a pound at that point. I already have him at gunpoint. I can't leave. Their boys are outside. So I'm waiting for Donnie to show up, so at least I have some backup.
So you knew he was Hades. You knew he was Ray Romanoff.
After I already held him at gunpoint.
And what, you couldn't have said, oh, never mind.
As soon as I let him go, they shoot me, respectfully.
Ilya, how long you been in this? How long you been in this town? How many issues have we had with Ray? How many problems have we had for you not to know that that's Ray Romanoff? Huh?
I have never seen him.
Don't lie to me.
I swear to God.
And he was with Marlo too. You gonna tell me you didn't know Marlo?
I didn't recognize Marlo.
That's a lie.
I didn't recognize him under that mask. I haven't seen him in like 8 months. And I barely saw him during that job we did 8 months
No, a
ago.
lot of problems come from you and starting shit with other crews and shit. All this time, a lot of issues coming from your end, Ilya. I'm not liking this one bit, huh? That could have been easily de-escalated. That guy wanted to shoot you in front of me. I had to talk him down. Huh? I had to tell him not to do it, because then that'd be a problem.
All right, well.
Why do I have to clean your mess every single time, huh? Why am I the one to clean everybody's mess here?
Listen, after the boys showed up, I kind of knew I had backup. So at that point, you know, I was kind of like, let's just get this thing out of the way. You know what I mean?
There are people that we shouldn't with. Not like that. Not as hostages to prevent things in this city, all right? Especially somebody like Ray Romanoff, who's got a very short fuse. This motherfucker start a war over anything. And you pointed a gun to his head, had a Glockatron in the back pocket. He was ready to go. Every one of us would have been dead in there. And on top of that, you're grabbing a hostage, and you don't even have food. You passed out in front of him.
Yeah, I forgot to eat.
You don't seem to be learning from your mistakes. Too many problems you're causing. All right, I get it. You're hard. Big bad Ilya. Nobody with him. Not afraid to pull the trigger. When you make a mistake, you gotta own up to it. I don't want to hear these excuses of, oh, I didn't know. You know who does that? A little boy does that. A child does that. You should have fucking known better. You should have known better too. He put your name on the line as well. He said that you knew who he was. What about you?
I knew who Ray and Marlo were when I went in there, and I was put in a position of second guessing an enforcer, or you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to do in that position. An enforcer calls me, tells me, hold the gun to these guys, do this. You know, they'll know that I'm Cypress, so I put on the voice changer. I gave him a fake name, you know, like, I don't know what to do at that point. It's either second guess an enforcer or be like, hey, you know, maybe we shouldn't take these guys when I get an order from an enforcer. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do in that situation. So I decided to listen to the enforcer. I figured he knew what he was doing. Like I thought there was no way he wouldn't know who they were, so he knew what he was doing, and I shouldn't second guess him.
You couldn't tell him. You couldn't tell him, hey, that's the leader of Hades. This gonna start a war. This is gonna become problems for Cyprus. This goddamn 24/7. You didn't tell him that? I don't care if he's your enforcer or not.
I could like we had the gun, like we were in there with them. Unless I tried to pull him away to whisper to him, or I guess I could have yelled in front of the hostages. That's the situation we were in. I did not want to take them hostage. Once I saw who it was, I did not want to be involved in it. But there's nothing, like, what do I do at that point? And we're all about structure here, like, you know what I mean? And Ray, like, when Ray found out it was me, he's like, what do you want? Donnie, I can't believe you did this. Donnie, I can't believe you actually took me hostage. And I told him, I said that there's nothing I can do about it. And then he's like, you should have just said, no, this is Ray Romanov. And I said, that's just not how it works, because it's not. Like, we have structure in Cyprus. Like, if someone tells me what to do and they're higher ranking, I got to do it. But there's no questions asked.
I understand that. But if Ilya truly didn't know who he was, and you did, you should have said something. You should have told him, hey, this is going to bring bigger problems to us. And then with that information, already telling him knowing about it, if he would have continued the act of holding him hostage, then it's out of your hands. I cannot hold you accountable for it.
I did not know that I thought, okay, my take when I went in there was that he knew who he had, but he was trying to pretend like, hey, like, he knows who the they are. He's going to take them hostage anyways, but he's going to pretend like he's someone else so they don't know. That's what I thought was happening. I not for a second thought he didn't know who Ray Romanov and Marlo were. I thought he knew exactly what he was doing, and at that point, I needed to also cover myself up.
Take him to the hospital, Donnie.
Yes,
If any of you continue starting problems unnecessarily with other crews, you're gonna end up like him. Yahi!
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. That's my Don.
Sick of this shit having to clean up. What are you, babies? Get back to work.
Yes, sir.
Ridiculous. And then he has the nerve to lie to Raymond about his name and shit. We gotta pick our fights here, Clark. Alright?
Yeah.
And I ain't going to war because Raymond was taken hostage over a 24/7 robbery. Like, what kind of shit is that? Let's go to war over something that means something, huh?
Yeah, if it was, some nobody in Hades, I probably wouldn't have given you a call. But since it was Ray, I was like, I'm gonna give Lucia a call for this one.
Good. I'm glad you did. Let's get out of here.
All right.
Let's take this photo. Come on.